What's up, y'all? Y'all already know what time it is. It's story time. Go ahead and sit back, relax, grab your little snacks, and tune in for this tea. All right, y'all already know the deal. Before we get into it, like the video, leave a comment, make sure you are subscribed, so you can be notified every time you go post. Okay, boom. Let's get into it, because yeah, I was supposed to be recording this video, and it's crazy because I mentioned this in my last video. I think it's my last story time, about the girl one that's the beg for money. She driving off, hitting curbs, jumping mediums, all kinds of stuff. Go watch that story time if you haven't. I got videos of it. So yeah, I was supposed to mention that because at the end I was mentioning how she wanted us to beg for money. Obviously this story that I'm about to tell is a little bit older, but it's like, it was kind of like the same thing where I had to keep asking a nigga to pay me my money back. So yeah, I ended up cutting that out when I was editing the weird Houston female story time, because I don't like mentioning other story times in other story times because y'all be getting confused, and I don't want y'all to be like, oh, you told this already. Okay, whatever. Let me start rambling. I'm gonna just get into it. I already know I had to cut this up 50 different ways because I've been recording for 5 whole minutes and ain't said a thing. All right, let's get into the story. Yeah. Wait. Okay, let me just start it off. Okay, I'm gonna call this dude Monty. I'm gonna call the dude Monty, and my friend. Well, I mean, we're still cool. I don't even think that she need a name for real, but I'll call her Chanel because I got a Chanel picture right there. I'll call her Chanel. Hopefully I haven't used that name before. If I have, it ain't the same person. So yeah, I haven't told like anything with Chanel yet. I mean, we have a few good times, like, but Chanel is like a person that never gave me problems. The only issue that I had with Chanel is that she moved to Mississippi. If you from Mississippi, check in, because I ain't know, no shade to Mississippi, I ain't know people moved there like as an adult. Like they be like, oh yeah, girl, I'm finna move to Mississippi. But yeah, I went out with Chanel one night. Chanel don't even play a part in this story for real, but she do play the smallest little parts. So I'm gonna just give her name so I don't have to be like my friend or that girl, or you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Anyway, me and Chanel went out one night, and I'm gonna call this, oh, I already said that I'm gonna call him Monty. So I met Monty, y'all, and it's crazy because when Monty hit me up, I thought he was somebody else. So y'all know when y'all are out at night and y'all like giving people y'all number and stuff, I used to have a text-free number. So even if you do call me, phone's still gonna ring. Phone's still ringing. So yeah, I gave him my number apparently, but I'm thinking I gave him my text-free number. And I did remember a dude that I thought was cute that night. I must have gave him the text. Girl, I don't know what happened, but I never heard from dude again. But I must have gave the dude that I was actually intending on responding back to my text-free number instead of my real number, right? So it was like a mix-up basically, because I ain't finna, y'all know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, and then I deleted the text-free app. So yeah, I ain't never hear from him. But Monty over here texting me, and you wake up the next night like, dang, I done gave my number to like at least 3 people. 2 of them was out of fear. 1 was to get him on my face, like, you know. So I'm just like, who is Monty? Oh, that's the cute dude from club, right? No, it wasn't. But we texting and talking and stuff, and I'm like, oh, he cool, he cute. Yeah, this gonna be something. This could go somewhere. It went absolutely nowhere. But you know how dudes just start like asking for unsolicited pictures? They just start begging for pictures, right? So I'm like, nah, check out my Instagram, because I don't take pictures like that for real. So I really don't be having nothing to send, because I don't take pictures like that. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get better and start taking more pictures, but not to send to people, okay? Because still, head over to the Instagram. So yeah, he's steady asking for pictures, just steady asking. And I'm like, no, 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 no. So he sent me a picture. I didn't ask for a picture, but okay, you sent it. Whatever, y'all, when I'm telling you, I look at this picture. Who this for? It ain't for me. It ain't for T. I don't know you, sir. How did you get here? Ariana, what are you doing here? How did you get my number? How did you get my number? Them the thoughts that's racing through my head. I'm like, oh, hell no. This is not. Matter of fact, you know what? I really don't even remember dude's name that I like thought I was talking to. But let's call him cute. This is not cute. This is not cute. This is not cute or cute. Take it back. I would, like, back then I wish you had unsent on the pictures, because take it back. I don't want this in my phone. I'm like, dang, I'm so annoyed because I hate talking to people. And I'm not trying to sound shallow, but I hate talking to people and like getting to know their personality and da 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 da. And I'm thinking like I'm growing these feelings based off of all that, you know what I'm saying? Based off how I know how you look, how your personality is, you know what I'm saying? So when you see me something and you don't look like that, you done just rock my fucking world. So I'm like, oh my God, mind you, and it's been like 3-4 days we've been talking. And I'm just thinking, I know who this is, right? So I'm like, dang, I'm not attracted to him or nothing, but his personality is very, very cool. Like, I'm not that shallow, because like, if I fall for your personality, I don't care how you look. But it's crazy. It could go either way. It could go either way. I'm not gonna lie, some of the things he would kind of do and say, it was just like, I was side-eyeing like, that's how you think? We'll fix that. No, we won't. The me now, no, we won't. I'm not falling for potential. I'm sticking to my standards. But back, like, not back then, because it was like 4 years ago. But yeah, anyway, let me stop rambling. I'm just joking and playing with y'all. It really wasn't that big deal to me. That big of a deal to me. So we keep talking, right? And he did follow me on, we followed each other on Instagram. And I'm just, let me stop. I'm just going through the pictures, disappointed. Mind you, days is going by. You want to chill, you want to meet up, you want to slide on me, you want to come through. Excuse me, sorry. What the fuck? Excuse me. I hope I do not start getting the hiccups. No, I don't want to slide. I don't want to chill. Take me out. I'm not coming over to your house. I'm not doing none of that. But I'm not saying that, but I'm just declining everything that he just, you want to chill, you want to hang, you want to meet up here, da 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 da. It was like you want to meet up and then like come back to my house and chill. Or, you know, it was always something like low key. Not low key, but like it was like no effort, no nothing in it, right? So I just kept declining. And then finally, he got the hint, I guess. I don't know. So he hit me on, he said something like, hey, if you're not busy later on this week, I really want to take you out. And I think it was like a Friday he was trying to take me out. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I forgot what I said. I didn't say, yeah, that's cool. I said something like, yeah, you know, I would like that. Something like that. Sounding cute, whatever. So he was like, okay, let me know what time. He was like, let me know what time you're going to be available. And I said 5. I remember saying 5 because I had stuff to do that day. Say he asked me out on like a Tuesday. When I tell you, we did not talk until Friday. Why do men do that? Why do men do that? Why do you ask somebody out on a date and then ghost them until the day of the date? What's going on? Men, if you in the comment section, drop it. Let me know, because I need to know. I need an answer. Ladies, if you got a man, ask your man. Why they do that? Why they homeboys do it? Something. I need an answer. That's like the biggest red flag to me. So, and it's crazy because I already knew what he was doing, and I refused to hit. If I hit you up last, and we like get to know each other and stuff, I'm not finna double text and do none of that. I'm not doing it. Do you want to be chased or am I getting chased? So yeah, I knew what he was doing because it happened before. That it wasn't my first time at the rodeo, basically. Like I said, dudes do that a lot, right? So on Friday, he hit me up like I knew he would. And wait, Tuesday to Friday, I'm going through the motions, but not real bad. I'm not sick or nothing because, like I said, I ain't really like I could take him or leave him, right? I could take him or leave him. But at this time, I'm just like, okay, you know, the personality is there, everything, the conversation, he kind of funny, whatever. You'll give me with funny because I'm goofy. So if you funny, we gonna be hilarious. Bitch, on Friday, he hit me up. And I knew he would. And I was already like, when he hit me up on Friday, no response. Ghost, no communication. I ain't talking to him. I'm not texting back. I don't want to talk. Kick it with your skate, with your name. Girl, against my better judgment, I still agreed to go out with his stupid ass, right? Because this wouldn't be no story if I didn't. So yeah, we talking about it. He was like, yeah, y'all, he done switched the place like 3 times at this point. 3 times, because on Tuesday we talked about going somewhere. By the time Friday came around, now it's somewhere else, and then it's gonna be somewhere else later on. So look, on Friday now he talking about we can go to BJ's Restaurant and Brews. I'm like, what the hell is BJ's Restaurants and Brews? So I look it up because I'm thinking he talking about BB's Tex Orleans. Girl, listen, don't ever invite me out to BB's Tex Orleans. It's disgusting. It's gross. So I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm looking up the menu and I'm like, oh, okay, this ain't BB's, but it's still like, it's given like, if you from Houston, do they have Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen everywhere? It's given like Cheddar's, Chili's, Applebee's teas, but I never been to BJ's, so I could be wrong. Still never been to this day, so I could be wrong. I don't know. But if you've been to BJ's, whatever Texans brews, restaurants and brews, let me know. Did I say Texas Blues? What the fuck? Fast forward a few hours, right? This fool hit me up and he was like, hey, can we push the date back to 8 p.m.? One thing, to me, I'm sorry, that's a red flag, because why would you specifically come up out your mouth and ask me what time works best for you? Just to back door and say, all right, fuck you. Not, I don't want to feel like I'm dragging it, but stick to the time. Because why are we pushing it back? First of all, you already ghosted me. You changed your restaurant 2 times at this point, and now we pushing it back. I'm like, this is doing too much. I'd be quick to say, forget it. Like, we can do this another time, or we ain't got to do it at all. But I'm like, oh, why do you need to push the time back? Oh, I got caught up, and I just need a little more time, and blah, 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 blah. But send me your address. And I'm like, why would I send him my address? Why am I sending my address? I said something like, it's cool. You don't have to pick me up. We gonna meet there. He takes back, I wasn't gonna pick you up.
Oh, pick your face up.
I was gonna send you an Uber. So I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know why I felt like kind of stupid. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's the way that I read it in my head. I don't know, I felt stupid. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, still, no, because I'm not sending you my address. He's just saying stuff like, oh, I just want to make it like a real date, since I don't think I'm going to be able to pick you up. I just want to send you an Uber and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's cool. I'm cool with meeting. I'll still consider it a real date. And whatever. So basically that was that. Because why are you trying so hard to get my address? And not to mention, before this, he was like, oh yeah, you still haven't invited me over yet, and blah blah blah. Why the fuck am I gonna invite you over? And it's crazy because you could tell what dudes are used to by how they talk and approach you. So you used to just going over. I'm not that one. Like, I have a child. No man is coming where my daughter lay her head. Absolutely not. So I get to BJ's a little early, and I park off to the side, and it's nighttime. So that area is kind of ducked off and it's dark, right? And I feel like, I don't know why I parked there. I think maybe because I wanted to see whoever, because I could see, if you park in the front, I could see your car basically. So I'm like, maybe I'll get lucky and he'll come in this way. Since the GPS took me this way, he'll come in this way and I'll see him parked and blah, 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 whatever. I didn't see him. But anyway, I'm waiting in the car. I'm texting my friend, and oh, y'all know what? I sent her my location. I'm started sharing my location with her, because you need to be sharing your location with somebody, especially when you don't know this person for real. Basically, he was gonna let me know when he got there, because I don't know if you necessarily need a reservation, but sometimes I make reservations at restaurants you don't really need a reservation at, just because I want a specific time, a booth, or whatever, right? So I'm thinking that's what he did. I don't know. I be thinking everybody be thinking like me. They don't. So I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm sitting in my car waiting. He finally hit me up like, yeah, I'm here. Are you here yet? And I'm like, yeah, I'm about to walk in. I'm walking in, basically. So I walk up. By the time I start walking up, he is like walking outside of the door. No greeting, no hi, hello, no hug, how are you, nothing. He like, man, it's a 15-minute wait. But he said it like it was the longest wait time in the world. He said it like, man, it's a 45-minute wait. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's not that long. And he was like, it's not, man, I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm starving. Like, what else is around here? Take out his phone, start looking up other stuff that's around in the area, right? So I'm like, I'm laughing like, that's not that long. Like, cause I'm for sure you joking. 15 minutes, 5, 10, 15, that's 5 minutes 3 times. You can't wait? So I'm like, yeah, he definitely joking. We ain't finna go nowhere. So yeah, he looked his stuff up. He like, yeah, man, it's around the corner. You don't want this. It's a this, it's a that. He even said it's a Shake Shack. Hello? Shake Shack? Y'all had Shake Shack the other day. It was so good. Ooh. Anyway, so, but Shake Shack, like, come on now. So he ended up saying, yeah, it's a Chili's about 2 minutes away. If you know me, I have a list of restaurants that I will never visit ever again. You could not pay me to eat there. And Chili's is number 2. And I'm like, dang, I hate Chili's, but I'm not trying to do the most. So I'm like, but 15 minutes is not that long though. Like, I'm sure it's not even 15 minutes no more. And he was like, because mind you, we outside doing this little back and forth thing for like 6-7 minutes at this point. So I'm like, there's nothing else around here. He was like, nah, I'm not even, I know that's gonna be something quick and simple and we could just whatever, just get this started. No, he said something like get this over with, but he didn't literally say get this over with. And I was like, what the fuck, get this over with? What damn? If you don't want to be here, we don't gotta be here. Just buy BJ's online menu. Cause you know what? If I'm going somewhere that I've never been before, I like to look my thing up online and already know what I want to eat. Cause I'm very indecisive. I'll go back and forth. BJ's was pushing it already. Cause it gave Chili's, but like Chili's is here and I feel like BJ's would have been here. So I'm like, they already kind of like nearing the same level. But now we finna take it down 3 notches and actually go to Chili's. Oh, y'all know what? One of the biggest things I forgot to mention about him, he is like as a man, I think that, you know, and as a man, I'm gonna do this, and as a man, whatever. Like, you know, he gave like podcast alpha male, but not as bad, which is crazy to say, but he was still annoying. And I'll say not as bad because I didn't fuck with him long enough to find out. I don't fuck around and find out no more. He was like one of them pushy ones, like, let's go. So I'm like, whatever. I don't even feel like going back and forth because we just went back and forth for I don't know how long just for you to still choose Chili's over waiting 15 minutes. So I was like, okay, if I knew better now, I would have walked my dumb ass into BJ's and ate by myself. Shit. So he like, yeah, we could ride in my car. So I'm like, no, we can meet over there. As a man, I just feel like now that I got a chance to make it like a proper date, I could drive these 2 minutes to take you to Chili's, to around the corner, whatever he said. He didn't say to Chili's, he said like to around the corner, something like that. So I'm like, all right, he want this to be a proper date, so he want this to be a proper date so bad. Okay, I'm not even finna like do the most and be like, no, whatever. So we get to Chili's. We go in and get seated. And you know it ain't no wait at Chili's. It ain't no wait even for this being a Friday. But you know what? It kind of did get packed when we, after we came, like maybe like 15 minutes after we came. I hate this shirt. The waiter come over and he taking our drink order. Monty got a Sprite and I got this watered down margarita. I do not recommend going to Chili's and getting alcoholic beverages. They put like a smidge of a shot up in there, not even a whole shot. And he bring our drinks out. He come back and he's like, okay, are you guys ready to order? So Monty's like, yeah, I'm gonna have the little combo. Do y'all know the combo that it come with like street corn, like a whole corn on the cob? It come with baby back ribs, Texas toast, chicken tenders, french fries, and like that jalapeno sausage. It used to be on a 2 for $20 deal because Lil Dre used to take me to Chili's all the time and we would get that. Like it was enough for the both of us when he could eat all that by himself. So he got that by himself. So I know that was at least like $20. So yeah, he get that. Mind you, I don't really like nothing on Chili's thing. So I'm like, the one thing that I do like is the Southwest egg rolls. So I'm like, yeah, I have the Southwest egg rolls. And he was like, you want it as an appetizer or a full or a main course? And I'm like, the main course. Oh no, I said, what's the difference? Ain't no difference. He'll just bring out our food at the same time instead of bringing mine out first. So I'm like, yeah, you could do it as a main entree or whatever. So he was like, oh, okay. Monty was like, that's all you getting? That's all you want? Let me guess, you don't eat much, huh? And just like saying all kinds of stuff. And he was like, you need to get something else. You need to get full up because I ain't sharing. I ain't sharing my food. He laughing and stuff and I'm baffled. Because he just like, you not hungry? Why? And I'm like, bruh, I told you 23 times that I did not care for Chili's, yet you still wanted to pull up on Chili's. So I'm like, I told you I don't really like Chili's like that. Like this is pretty much the only thing that I do like from Chili's for real. And maybe some french fries. So he was like, oh, you bougie. What Chili's do to you? Chili's is cool. I like Chili's. I come here all the time. Okay, that's you. I like what I like. We're not the same. So he was like, what Chili's do to you? I'm like, basically I told him like Chili's is the equivalent of the Walmart frozen food section. Everything out of Chili's is like frozen food. Okay, you can get that out the frozen food section damn near. So he said something and I'm like, the last time I came to Chili's, literally my broccoli was cold and it felt almost frozen. All my food was cold. The rice was hard. And I promise you, I was like, this is the last time I'm coming to Chili's. Everybody I went with was disgusted.
As a man, I just feel like you can't base your opinion off of a few bad experiences. You letting one bad apple spoil the bunch. That was that location. Like all Chili's not the same. I feel like you should just give it a chance and order you a full meal. You could keep the appetizer. We could split the appetizer, but you should order you a full meal.
It's giving you haven't listened to nothing I said. Why are you trying to force Chili's down my throat? I don't understand. He want to argue. So I'm like, he's just...
As a man, I feel like you could say the same thing about women.
Here we go.
I don't base, if I was going around thinking that all women was the same and da-da-da-da-da, like I don't base my opinions off of what this woman did because the next woman won't.
And blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, how did we get here?
He been hurt before.
I don't care. How did we get here? You giving off you want me to do what you want me to do, and I'm not doing it. This nigga. When a waiter come by, when he come by again, oh, is everything okay? Are you okay? Your food could be out in a few minutes, whatever. Just, doing the waiter checkup. He like,
hey, yo, my man. Hey, yo, can you make sure that my lady food is fresh? Like, all the food is fresh because she's had a few bad experiences at other locations. And I told her, like, you can't be basing your opinion or your decision off of that one bad decision. So I'm trying to sway her back to the other side. I'm trying to keep money in Chili's pockets. So can y'all make sure the food is fresh, nothing cold? We would really appreciate that. We would appreciate that.
The waiter is like, me, I'm like, bitch, I don't know. I was just sitting there looking embarrassed because I really felt like he was trying to blast me. Not to mention I'm looking around and it's like other people staring. I ain't gonna say that. It's other people staring and they just like, get them out of here. You need to leave. Because he was kind of loud. So I'm like, oh my God, please. So the waiter is like, I assure you everything's fresh, cooked to order, nothing will be cold, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, all right, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear, my man. I see a big tip in your future. I see good tip in your future. And then he looked at me and he was like,
in your future too.
And he winked at me. But he kind of said it like more, I guess sexy. Maybe it was sexy to him and wasn't sexy to me because he was like, in your future too.
Eek!
Nigga, what's in your eye? He probably thought he looked so smooth, bro, but that shit looked like... It was almost giving like he was cosplaying a real man. I don't know. It wasn't, cause it was like he was doing certain things like opening my car door or his car door, opening the door for me, opening Chili's door for me. As a man, I just want to do this for you and I want to provide. I'm a provider. But it wasn't real. It was like an act and I could see through it. And I felt like he thought he was doing a good job at acting. I think I said something like, what? What'd you say? And he was like,
None. How's your drink? You like your drink?
And I'm like, it's okay. Like, I don't know. I think I said I had better or something because it was watered down. The flavor was watered down, whatever. Chili's put like a full cup of ice and then they might pour the drink in. So it's basically all ice and it's gone in like 4 sips. So I'm just like slow sipping on it. And the ice was probably watering it down more. So he was like, yeah, that's one of them fruity drinks, huh? And I was like, kind of, because it was like a margarita. And he was like, that's why I don't like them type of drinks when I go out. Just give me the straight look up, whatever he said. So I'm like agreeing with him. Y'all, tell me why this man mind you, he has sipped out of his water because restaurants, they bring you water and then they bring you your drink, your soda, whatever. He took his water straw out and then he reaches over mid me talking. And he was like, let me try it. Or can I try it? Put the straw in before I even got a chance to answer and sip it. Sip my drink. Put his straw in my drink and sip it. I'm annoyed. I'm so fucking annoyed. Because I'm like, so I couldn't. It's like I processed it. But I'm like, no, he didn't. I know he did not just do that. I know he didn't. No. I'm like, did you just take your straw and sip out of my drink? And he was like, yeah, I just asked you if I could taste it. We can't share. I can't taste it. No. So I'm like, no, I don't be drinking off of people. Like, I just met you. I don't know you, blah, 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 blah. He was like, man, you know, we've been getting to know each other for, I don't know what he said, like a week or whatever. I'm like, okay, I still don't know you. So he's trying to go back and forth, and the waiter is walking by at the same time. So I was like, excuse me, you could call this Dragon It or whatever, I don't care. So I'm like, can you take this, I don't like this drink, it tastes funny, do you mind taking it off? Like, I don't really want it because, mind you, I haven't really drunk it for real, and then the ice was making it look more full than it was, plus it was melting, so it looked like I didn't really drink out of it anyway. So he was like, oh, what's the problem with the drink or whatever? Mind you, I didn't even think waiters asked that. I thought they just did what the fuck I asked. No, but I was like, yeah, it's watery, there's no flavor, I don't taste any liquor. I thought I got a margarita, but it's not giving margarita. Would you like us to remake it, blah blah blah? No, I'm good, I'll just drink my water. Okay, no problem, I'll get this taken care of for you. Okay, that's what the waiter said, right? So he was like, oh, you was serious, huh? You ain't have to do all that, we can't share. You was serious? Yes. And he basically saying I'm acting high maintenance, and that was just too much. Sending the drink back was too much, whatever. He want to go back and forth. So I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm not finna argue with no nigga that's not mine. So I kind of stopped. I stopped engaging, and it got like awkwardly silent after, I guess he got tired of hearing himself talk. I don't know, but he stopped talking after a while. And then the waiter ended up bringing our food out, and did he get a phone call after or before? He got a phone call, y'all. No, yeah. He got a phone call after the waiter brought our food out, right? So he on the phone talking 10 straight minutes. I'm cool. I don't care because we wasn't talking no way. Like, it had got that awkward silence, and it's like, dang, we don't have to talk the rest of the night, but I just know like it would be awkward, and I hate that awkward ass feeling. But now he on the phone, so I don't care. It went away. So I'm just eating, scrolling on my phone, texting, whatever. And he talking, and I'm kind of listening to his conversation, but I'm like acting like I'm not. And I'm only listening because he's saying stuff like, yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, I don't even gotta woo doo woo, whatever. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna probably give me a little room for the night anyway. Like, basically, he don't gotta come back to where he was at, because he gonna get a room for tonight. Can't be for me. I'm not comfortable no more. And I don't know, I was ready to go, but I'm just eating, texting Chanel, talking shit. I'm like, he like, yeah, I'm probably give me a little room for tonight. I'm like, but I'm looking at my phone, like I never looked up to give him eye contact or nothing, so I don't even know if he was noticing. But yeah, I was just doing all that. Mind you, he getting down on his food, like, like he didn't do it right in front. He didn't burp right towards me. He kind of did turn his head, but he just like burping without covering his mouth, elbows on the table, hunched over. Yeah, hell, yeah, like, bruh, I know this is Chili's, but still have some fucking decorum. Have some decorum. I'm like, bitch, this nigga is tripping, elbows on the table, burping all wild and loud. Like, girl, I'm going in the messages. He get off this phone, and I guess that phone like pepped him up and cheered him up. So I don't know, maybe he got amnesia or something, because I still don't want to talk to you. But he was like, how you liking your food? Is it good? Was it cold? Asking me all these questions, like trying to re-blast me. He was loud, like, mind you, y'all, this whole time he's loud. So, excuse me, I'm like, yeah, it's cool, it's good. Mind you, they give you like, I want to say 3 egg rolls and cut them in half, and it makes 6 pieces. So yeah, I had eaten like 3 pieces probably, because I'm eating slow. He cleared that plate. I think he probably only had corn and some fries left or something. But yeah, he was like, yeah, let me have one of your egg rolls. And I'm like, if 1 + 1 is 2,
It ain't enough for you.
no. This is the nicest way I could say no. So he was like, what did he say? I was like, dang, because I said, dang, you ate all your, like, you cleared your plate basically. And he was like, yeah, I'm not even full, da. So when he asked for my egg roll, I'm like, if you not full, I'm definitely not full, right? That's the nicest way I could say no, because why are you, like, you really must have been starving. Either that or you got high before you came. He said, like,
That was damn near an appetizer for real. Like, I'm still hungry, blah, 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 blah.
just break me off a little piece, break me off a piece. I just want to taste it. I ain't never had it before. I think that's what he said. He ain't never had the Southwest egg rolls before. So I'm like, no. I didn't say no. I'm like, order you something. Why don't you order you some order of Southwest egg rolls? And he was like,
Oh, so you're not gonna share? You're not gonna share that's how we doing it? Oh, you right, for real? All right, you right.
So he take out his phone and he start texting, and it got awkward again. And I'm thinking like, dang, this is just not going right. Like, the vibes is just not there. The vibe was barely there on the phone. It was there, but like barely. I don't know. I was just over it. Fast forward, the waiter bring the bill. He bring the bill and he set it like close to Monty. And Monty get on the phone again. Like, he get a phone call, right? And at the time I wasn't thinking, but I'm thinking like he kept telling people to call him or something. He was doing like what the women do. So yeah, and it gave sassy, so I could see that. He on the phone, he get up, hey, hold on, yeah, I'm about to step outside right quick. Mind you, he didn't say nothing to me, but I'm listening, so that's how I know where he was going. So when he was like, I'm about to step outside real quick, I perked up. I'm like, where the hell you going? Like, my inner voice be going off. She be going off. Where the fuck this nigga going? But I didn't say nothing. I'm just looking like. So then I see him reaching into his pocket and he pull out some money. So I perked down. I'm like, oh, all right. I perked down. He put the money on the bill and then he walk outside. He talking. And so I'm waiting. I'm just on my phone again, like I said, doing the same thing. The waiter come back. Do you guys need some more time? I'm like, no, the bill is ready to take. And he looking at me confused. And I'm just like, it's ready to take. Did you not hear me?
Mind you, the only reason I stayed at the table and I thought that we wasn't about to leave is because he asked for a to-go box. And the waiter was like, yeah, he gonna bring it when he come back to pick up the bill, basically. So when he came back, that's when the waiter put the to-go box on the table looking for to take the check.
He was like, the waiter is like, is the bill being split? And I'm like, no, he put cash down. So I'm leaning up as I'm saying it and I'm moving the money around. Y'all, I didn't even need to know how much this bill was. It wasn't enough. It was not enough bills down on the table. Y'all, I take the thing, I look at the bill. His meal, 20 something. Mine was like 10. We rounding up. His drink was like, I don't know, $2-3, and they comped me for mine. So let's round that up to like the nearest whole number. Okay, we finna take it back to math class. Let's round it up. Oh yeah, did I say they took the drink off? Because they took my margarita off, right? So that's like, we're gonna call it 35, because like taxes and fees, I don't know, y'all know they be for the waiters inconvenience.
I know I said we're taking it back to math class and doing the nearest whole number, but I ended up taking out the part where I said 40. So yeah, I'm saying it now, $40.
Oh, the waiter need a babysitter. Like, they be adding, if you go into a restaurant these days, they adding everything. Okay, but we gonna do 35. It probably was more than that. Y'all tell me why this boy left like $13. So I'm like, oh, okay, he stepped outside. I can call him, I can text him, whatever. So I get on the phone, I get to call him. The waiter was like, okay, basically he gonna be back. I get to calling him, nothing. I'm texting him, where you at? I called him a few times and I didn't want to go. I didn't want to leave the booth because I didn't want him to think that we was running out. Now, I done ran out on some chili bills before, back in the day when I ain't have no damn decorum. So I didn't want him to think that, because listen, them days are behind me now. So I'm just calling nothing. And it's not even like that he wanted to split the bill 50-50, because that's $13 is not 50-50. That's not. And plus, I'm not paying 50-50 on this bill. I'm not paying for your food. Like, I don't know, maybe if you need 10, we'll round up. I'll do like maybe $12 or $13 for my food, because taxes and fees, I don't know what they be taxing. But yeah, then okay, but 50-50, it wasn't even giving that. So I'm just like, what the hell? So I don't know what to do. I'm just sitting there looking dumb until he hit me back, texting Chanel, talking shit. And she was like, girl, you better make sure he didn't leave you and da-da-da-da-da, because we did drive over together. So like, if he left me, I mean, I could have Ubered to my car, but why would you do that? Why would you do that? So I'm just sitting there and it's getting awkward again, because the waiter keep coming by and I'm just... Yeah, he didn't text me back yet. Hold on. Right? So I'm just like, this waiter, as much as he came over here, he probably like, these two niggas ain't have enough for $35. Y'all, my bad that I got that alert. Y'all know that alert that they was talking about today? It happened. I thought it was happening at 1:30, so I'm trying to keep up with the time. It happened at 1:18. So it turned my camera off. And I thought it was gonna be for 30 minutes. So I was trying to hurry up, but I could literally swipe and it went away. So and I was hearing behind me is a window. I was hearing people outside, my window not up, I was hearing people outside phone go off. Like, that's weird. It was so loud. But what was I saying? Yeah, the waiter was like, yeah, he probably was like, these don't got 220s to rub together. So he came back over and I'm like, hey, he's outside. He said he stepped outside. I don't want to leave here. I was thinking about telling him, like, listen, I'll leave my ID with you, so if I could just go check outside. But I'm like, hell no, I'm not doing all that. This is fucking Chili's. So I'm like, can you step outside and like let him know he didn't leave enough money, because I can't get a hold of him. And I know that it all sounds very, very weird and suspicious, and if I was a waiter, I would think, yeah, y'all up to something and y'all trying to run off. But it was really just a weird situation. Like, I wasn't trying to do none of that. So what happened? Yeah, I'm just sitting there looking stupid, and I didn't realize that the situation was escalating the way it was. So that our waiter, he went to go get the manager or the supervisor. I don't know. There was somebody higher than him. So I'm like, wow, he really think that we trying to do this to him. Like, I would never do that now. So yeah, the supervisor come over and I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm sorry. At this point, I am embarrassed. Because it's just too much. It was just too much the whole time. Like, I felt like, Ashton, where you at, Ashton? I felt like I was getting punked. I felt like I was on Hell Date. Do y'all remember Hell Date? So the supervisor come over, right? And they was like, or the manager, I don't know. They was like, is everything okay with the bill? And I'm like, what do you mean? So they go, I was told y'all were having trouble with getting your bill cleared out. They took the drink off that you did not like. Is everything else okay with the bill? Is there anything else? So I'm like, yeah, I'm just waiting for him to come back in so he could pay the rest of the bill. He just stepped outside. We just going back and forth, right? And the way that this lady or manager supervisor is talking to me, it's given like I'm not leaving until this bill get cleared out. Like, I'm not leaving until I got cash money in my hand. Like, I'm gonna stay in here. And she was like being so passive aggressive when we going back and forth. She was calling me everything but a broke bitch. Well, not calling me. She was asking me everything but, bitch, do you have the funds? Do you have the money? You got 220s to rub together? You got a 40? Like, it was just so passive aggressive. So I'm just like, oh my God. Like, the tension was right. Like, not tension, but like, it was getting awkward. People were staring. I felt embarrassed. So I'm just like, you know what? Why am I sitting here going through this when I got the funds? Like, I shouldn't have to, but I'm gonna just have to do this shit because like Monty been gone for like it's a cool 15 at this point. And it's like when you waiting for something like this, 15 feel like 45 minutes. So I take the cash that Monty had put down and I give them my debit card. And I'm like, you know what? Here, it's fine. Like, just run this card. Okay, all right, we'll take this card. And if we have any trouble, we'll come back. It's like she didn't even have to say that shit. Because you got to come back anyway so I could sign it. It was given she thought we were broke. That's exactly what it was given. After they run my card and everything, I just walk out because I'm over it and I'm so irritated that I just want to get back to my car. So I walk out. Do y'all know that this man is sitting in his car still on the phone? So I open the door and get in. Y'all know what the first thing this boy said to me? Did you get my food? I'm like, you didn't pay for nothing. So that's exactly what I said. I'm like, no. And he was like, why didn't you get my food? As if he packed it up and all I had to do was grab the bag. I'm like, because you didn't pay for it. What? I put cash down. I put cash on the table before I walked off. I don't even know what took you so long. He said something like that. So I'm like, you put $13 on a $30 bill. $13? That's how much I put for the tip. Do y'all know this man started... I couldn't even get out. This man started trying to gaslight me. Like, he put down more than enough for the bill. And Chili's got over on me. So I'm like, you put down $13. I put down more than enough money. I put down more. Now I'm finna go in there. And she left my food. Because he's still on the phone. And he's telling whoever he on the phone with that I left his food up in there. Like, I was supposed to pack it up and bring it. I don't know if he said, let me see the receipt first. Or I asked him what was the amount that he left. But he just kept saying, it was more than enough. It was more than a month. More than enough. Let me see the receipt. So I let him see the receipt, but no, I held the receipt in my hand and I'm like, see, this was that, and blah, blah, blah. And you only put down you only put down $13 for this. And as you can see, it says pay with debit card. right? And I even told him that I took the money. I should have said I left that cash for the tip, but I told him, I don't know why, I guess I was just so annoyed, and I was trying to break down. Y'all, I was breaking this shit down like he was simple-minded, which he probably was in hindsight. I'm breaking it down like he's special, like he's simple. I'm like, you see this, and that? Yeah, da-da-da-da-da. So how did you think that $13 was gonna cover blah, 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 blah? More than enough, more than enough. I put down more than enough. No, you didn't. So I'm like, yeah, I took the cash and gave them my card. And he was like, oh, no, I gotta go back in there. I'm like, can we just go? So he on the phone and he telling them that he making the biggest deal, like the biggest scene. And I'm like, can you just drive me to my car? Because at this point, it's fucking embarrassing. We get back to BJ's parking lot. Where he parked at before, and he's still talking about it like, yeah, no, I don't know how you let them get you out of that, because I don't know how you let them play on you. They played on you because I put down more than enough money. They really got you out of that one. Acting like Chili's is the neighborhood tree man. This is Chili's. Nobody is playing on me. This boy was really trying to convince me that Chili's finessed me into paying twice. Like, please, just please let that register in your brain right quick. Please. Did it register? Now, how fucking dumb do that sound? Then he's talking about the reason he didn't answer the phone was because one of his roommates got into something and he needed to help them and blah, 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 blah. How are you helping over the phone? You're over the phone. What help could you provide? You didn't run to them or nothing. You just stayed on the phone. Bullshit. So, yeah. I'm telling him, like, I put it on my debit card again, so I'm breaking it down. He was like, all right, well, give me that cash, and I'm going to cash app you the full amount. So I'm like, no, you can just send me the rest of it. And I'm showing him the total on the receipt. You can send me that. So he was like, I can cash app it to you. I'm like, I don't have cash app. He was like, well, I can Zelle it to you. I can PayPal it to you. Whatever you got, I got. So I can send it to you. I must have said something like, no, because I'll never get it. Because that's what the record showed. So he was like, well, don't mistake nothing, because I got it. Don't mistake nothing. Reaching in his pockets for the dust that he finna pull out. So he reaching in his pockets. Mind you, he reaching in his pockets and he pull out some cash. And I mean cash, not a stack or nothing. He trying to flex with, like, probably 8 bills. Maybe 10. So he was like, yeah, he pulled out his money and his driver's license fall out of his pocket and I pick it up. So he was like, yeah, don't ever mistake nothing, because I got it. Da-da-da. Just going in, just trying to flex. So he going in and I'm like, okay, well, just give me the rest of the money then. If you got it on you, just give me the rest of the money. Lamont Johnson. No relation to Deja Marie Johnson, okay? So he like, how you get my shit, man? You sneaky. Boy, it fell out your pocket. You over here trying to flex. And then I take a closer look at the money. It's mostly ones. You over here trying to flex. What about how much? $8 more? Huh? You over here trying to flex with that? Boy, please get the fuck on. So he was like, nah, if you just give me the rest of the cash, I can send it to you, da-da-da. And I'm trying to figure out why he couldn't send it to me right then and there. Is because he didn't have it on. And when I finally realized that, I'm like, no, I'm going to keep the rest of the cash. And then you can send it to me. You can send it to me, PayPal, Zelle, whatever, because you already got my number. So go ahead and Zelle me that. I had told him, like, you're not getting your ID back until you send me the rest of the money at first. I told him that. So he ended up taking my keys. And he trying to just, like, go back and forth and think it's a game. And he playing and keying and shit. And the whole time I'm getting irritated. You can't see that on my face. I'm getting irritated. So I'm like, here, take your shit. Just give me my keys back, because I'm ready to go. He like, oh, you cussing now? What you cussing for? What you cussing for? So I'm like, just give me my keys. Like, clearly irritated. So he ended up giving me my keys. We exchanged items. And I get out the car and he was like, you leaving? What you leaving for? Let's go to the next spot so I can pay it back, so I can give it back to you. Let's go to the next spot and I'm gonna buy you some shots. I'm gonna buy you a drink. Da-da-da-da. No. I want my cash back in my hand. I want that shit back. So I started walking away. So yeah, I'm telling him that when I realized he like, no, let's just go to the next spot and I'm gonna give it back to you in another way. I'm like, nah, I'm leaving. What you leaving for? What you leaving for? Da-da-da. Cause I no longer want to be here. So you just finesse me into paying this whole fucking ticket. Now, mind you, I had parked off on the side, like off to the side where it's not like out in the open. It's not like a bunch of light. And I didn't even think, like, when I come back to my car tonight, well, honestly, I probably was thinking on one hand, maybe he could walk me to my car if he cool, whatever, because he was cool over the phone. But then on the other hand, I didn't even think as far as to like, damn, if something goes sideways and he not able to walk me to my car, this is still kind of dangerous because bitch, this is off to the side, like ain't really no light over here. So I'm like, damn, I'm just trying to walk slow, but then I see a group of people walking the same direction that I'm walking to. So I'm like, yeah, I'm finna walk with them because nah, that's it. He was like, hey, don't leave. What you leaving for? What you leaving for? Whatever, just trying to follow me out, right? I mean, follow me. But before, no, scratch that. Before I seen them group of people walking in my direction, he was saying some shit like, you trying to be fake high maintenance and all this and all that. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be fake high maintenance. I am high maintenance. Da. He was like, you ain't too high maintenance. You let me take you to Chili's. You ain't too fucking high maintenance. Da. Fake bougie bitch. Cussing me out. Yeah, it's a wrap. Wrap it up. We wrapping this shit up. Yeah. So I just walk with them people to my car. He's still yelling shit. Yeah, what you? All right, I don't care. Going on then. You ain't getting that money back. You ain't never getting that money back. Whatever, just going off, right? So y'all tell me why when I get in the car, I get on the phone with Chanel. I'm telling her everything. Bitch, I get up. She stay on the phone with me until I made it home. Tell me why. I don't know. I think it was like maybe a day went by. So 2 days later, I'm gonna call it 2 days later. Start hitting me up like nothing happened.
You still mad?
On the text. What? Low-key, I wanted my money. I wanted the rest of the money back. I ain't even finna lie to you. So I'm like, yeah, you disrespected me in the worst way. And then I paid the whole tab on top of that. So really, it's like I took you on a date because he was like, all I was trying to do is do something nice for you. I just wanted to take you out and show you this, that I'm a man that can provide and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I paid for the date. I'm the provider, technically. I'm basically trying to bitch him. So, I was like, what did I say? I would appreciate if you could just send me the rest of the money back and we can both go our separate ways. I should have held off on that separate ways part, huh? So he was like, well, I already told you, like, I could pay you back in another way. Like, if you go out with me again, I'll take you here and I'll treat you. Everything will be on me. You ain't even gotta like worry about pulling out nothing for nothing and da. Cause this is what I do. I'm a provider. And as a man, I feel like you should just let me do that for you to make it up that way to you instead of just sending it back. Anybody could just send the funds back. I'm trying to make it up in a different way. Like really trying to manipulate the situation. I was like, oh God, I don't know what he used to, but it's not working. It ain't working. You will never get me back out in the streets with you again. Ever. No response to that. Next day come. Hey, how you doing today? How you feeling today or whatever? Why are you still hitting my line? Why are you still hitting my line? And you would think like, oh, okay, he went like 2 days with no response. So he probably didn't hit you after that. Continuously. It wasn't daily, but he would still hit me and be talking to himself in our message thread. So yeah, that's the time this nigga cussed me out. Made me pay the bill. Well, he didn't make me, but it was, you didn't have it. And all I'm saying is like, if you don't have the funds, stop trying to date. Stop trying to date. That's my whole point. If you do not have the funds, please stop trying to date. And it's crazy because when I say take me out, we could have went anywhere. It didn't necessarily like shit. What's free on the ain't the zoo free on Thursdays? We could have went to the zoo. It's a lot of shit to do in Houston. We could have went to what's that one park that everybody goes to that where they be having like the little popsicle trucks and the little food trucks out there and shit. We could have went there. Like, come on. That's the story. I ain't finna drag it out no longer. But anyway, y'all already know the vibes. Like the video. Why did I just get irritated? That just irritated me. The whole situation just re-irritated me. Like the video, leave a comment, make sure you are subscribed so you can get notified when I post. Leave a chicken in the comments because you know that's our thing. And yeah, you already know the vibes. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. I need to raise my windows and light an instant. Let this negativity out because why am I irritated? That nigga done ran my blood pressure up twice. What? Wait, because I was laughing because it's like, this has happened before. I'm talking about so many times where you like meet somebody on the internet or like, and when I say internet, oh my God, I can't say that because then I'm gonna give it away. Cause it's like not a lot of people that have social media or something and don't show their face. But it's the second, no, not the second. This has happened before. So She wanted to beg the man that she was with for money. And a lot of y'all was confused, like, why did she have to pay for y'all to get in? Or why didn't y'all make sure that he gave her the money? And I was very, very confused by that, because I thought I clearly said in the video that we was okay with leaving the club. Like, she did not have to pay for us, but she wanted us to be there with her so bad that she paid for all 3 of us to get in. Who am I to be like, no girl, it's cool, I'm gonna pay one? First of all, I don't even want to be there, but that's cool. So I mentioned this, but I ended up cutting it out in the and when I was editing, because I girl, you know, I'm quick. I don't beg cause for money. I don't beg niggas for money, and I don't. But it was this one time. But it's crazy because this time is different. Because when I'm just like trying to let y'all know something, I'll go into full detail about it, and it will feel like I told the story already. So yeah, I don't do that no more. But my bad with all the hand move. I feel like I'm doing this a lot, doing that a lot. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna just get into it. Okay. Like, okay, let's. No, I'm playing. Mississippi probably cool. Shit. Anyway, beyond serious. Fuck you on. But y'all know who got good drinks when it used to be my go-to when I was younger, like when I just turned 21? Cheddars. And you know what, sometimes before I was 21, depending on what location you went to, they would serve you alcohol and not ID you. Cheddars. Big drink, not that much, get your toe up. We toe up, me in school, be up in Cheddars, toe up. How hard he was going for Chili's, you would have swore he owned a few. He was a chain manager or something. I don't know. He had stocks in Chili's. I don't know. But anyway, I started being petty. Some would even call it childish. Because I'm like, I'm on my phone, right? Like, boy, you just tore down the grand slam of Chili's. What Waffle House called the all-star breakfast of Chili's? You had so many things on your plate. And I got these little 6 pieces of egg rolls. Yes, it's my fault for ordering it, but still, stop. Like, be for real. Y'all. We just had that test. This is a test. Hello. Carla, are you on the line?